From that now, the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria has held its 6th Quadrennial National Delegates Conference. The event also featured the launch of a book highlighting the history of workers in the industry. Senior correspondent Sharon Jason has details.
On oath.
It's the 6th Quadrennial National Delegates Conference of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria. Stakeholders, industry leaders, and government representatives gathered to discuss the future of work in the maritime sector.
Under the able leadership of Mr. President, the ministry has prioritized port reforms to reduce cargo dwell time, ease congestion, and strengthen collaboration with key stakeholders for greater efficiency. Efforts are on to deploy technology to improve and increase operational efficiency.
In his address, NLC President Joe Ajaero commended the outgoing administration's achievements while also using the platform to highlight the struggles of Nigerian workers.
We must also confront the harsh realities of our time, the increasing tensions of governments to renege on agreements reached with trade union movement in the cause of grave concerns. We have seen this in arbitrary increase of telecom tariffs, the unjust hikes in electricity tariffs, and the refusal to engage in meaningful social dialogue. These actions are not just attacks on workers, they are attacks on the very fabric of our society.
After the business session, elections were conducted to usher in a new leadership. Francis Bono emerged unopposed as the new President General of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria.
In the history of what? Maritime Workers Union of what? Nigeria. That which it has never happened before. This is the first time that the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria have having its good ever before in our life. Comrade, please join me and to thank the outgone executives and also the President General, Comrade Adewale Adeonju, now emeritus.
At the end of the conference, there was a renewed commitment to enhancing the welfare of maritime workers and improving labor conditions in the sector. Sharon Jason, TVC News.